What's good, YouTube? Welcome back, DubDigital, crypto news, macro trends. Today we're gonna go over RSR, BTC pair, reserve rights. Stand up. I know there's a big army of reserve rights lovers out there, and hey, I gotta understand why you guys feel that way. Reserve rights has been one of the best performing coins I have had in my stack. I've had 100% of profit off RSR BTC pair. So I'm gonna let you guys know that I'm not bringing you something that is just pumped and I think has no future, okay? I'm looking to keep buying into this thing because it's performed so well. One of Ray Dalio's investing tips was, hey, press your winners, cut your losers. Not financial advice, y'all are adults. But let's zoom out here. Just want to let you know the macro picture of this project. But I think it was actually released in June 2019. This thing ranged for, pretty much a year because we were in a bear market on the crypto market. Then it dropped really freaking low. That's where Bitcoin was around $3,000 and everyone was really scared. And around March 20th, oil dropped to the negative. But you do see from the lows to where it was previous to that big historic macro event, RSR jumped up 173% from the lows. Okay, that thing was jetting up. Oil crashes, we have a percentage drop of 60% or so. And this is an obvious triangle pattern. RSR continued to coil in this pattern, correcting from the oil thing. Everyone's scared, everyone's on margin and leveraging positions. They have to sell to make sure they cover their positions. They're selling everything. They're selling alts, they're selling gold, they're selling silver, they're selling Bitcoin, they're selling RSR. And then you notice at the zenith of the triangle, let's zoom in here. And you notice at the zenith of the triangle, we finally have a resistance support flip, and then we start trending on the upside of this trend line that I had previously drawn. It ranges for a little bit, and then RSR starts to pump. You notice that RSR starts to pump heavy, okay, and it starts to deviate greatly from its bottom trend line. That's incongruent with uptick of volume. Look at this volume increase from this point. Look at this price bottom trend line slope increase from this point. So increasing volume, increasing price, and the bottom trend line just keeps getting steeper and steeper. Here we are zoomed up so you can see the price action that's been going on recently in the last month or two. So check this out, guys. I drew this green, puke green colored pocket, which is the 61.8 Fibonacci level, or also known as the golden pocket. This is a level that traders and investors typically buy upward trending assets in because they believe, the theory is, that after such a dip in price, about 30% to 40%, that's typically when there's value to be had in the asset. Price increase is anticipated. So basically when people say buy the dip, this is the strategy they implement. They buy on the dip, typically at the golden pocket, wait for the asset to run up, sell at the top, wait for it to dip, buy back in. That's what buy the dip is. Because this is a winner, because I like RSR so much, what they're doing in the real world, or at least backing they have at Coinbase and PayPal, I'm gonna buy the dip on this sucker. But I am not going to FOMO into a position I don't think I have strength in, and that's what I believe RSR has done so far. This thing has run up so far and so fast, didn't even confirm this resistance area here. So therefore, I don't have, in my view, a real resistance support flip. In order for me to feel confident in buying back into RSR, I'm gonna have to see this triangle pattern end in a drop, touching and confirming that yes, the market agrees that the price of RSR should be at or above this point, and now we're moving higher. I'm not gonna chase this thing, buy in, and then to turn around and drop on me 30%. I don't need to go through that. I could just watch how this thing develops in this triangle. Now let's move up onto this triangle, guys, and see what's going on. Initially, I thought this was a head and shoulders pattern on the 4-hour time frame. You see, we wicked down below and it quickly got bought up. Now we're ranging still in this triangle, but then appeared on the 4-hour a doji. A doji is typically a Japanese candlestick indication of an early reversal. So within the next, day or two, I'm expecting this structure to be broken to the downside. And not only that, in combination, I'm taking the head and shoulders with the doji with a decrease in volume. And I'll just see that, guys. It's not a perfect draw, but you'll see that the price shot up from this big volume candle here, got pushed up, and then we had buys and sells occurring, which caused the ranging. But the whole time as a whole, the volume's been dropping and price has been rising. And then we have a head and shoulder form right here. We have a doji form right here. All things taken into account, it looks like we're going to be coming down here and confirming our resistance support flip that should have occurred like here or here, but no. In dramatic fashion, I think it's going to drop down. But with that said, guys, RSR is a very promising coin. A lot of people know about it now. PayPal is giving attention. Coinbase is giving attention. It's being used in Venezuela. Actually, Netflix is accepting it in Venezuela for payments. Pretty wild. They have a lot of traction. With all the hype that could be generated around this project, don't be surprised if this thing just takes off too. It just takes off. My initial idea was that RSR was going to coil, drop down to the 61.8, where there will be a buy floor, range for a little bit, and shoot back up, which is about a 60% move. If it didn't do that, and it just took off from this point here where it is, because of hype, FOMO, whatever could happen, I'm looking at initial at least 15% move. So either way you play it, we don't have to jump in right now. And this is why I'm showing you guys how I go about my trades. I don't draw just one, I draw many charts. I watch a lot of them. I see how they develop. The ones that I have, my plan is actually manifesting in, I continue to zone in on it. I might continue to add to it if it drops in price, but it maintains in the geometry. You don't have to just guess and hope for it to happen. You can split up your buys over time. You can just see how the price reacts. Your trading can be active. I don't like to trade a bunch of assets. I like to trade or keep an eye on 30 about. And then I do this. And I see which ones I have a feel for. Which ones act in the way that I anticipated. Which one do I have a flavor to? And I'm not trying to learn every pattern. I'm trying to trade the patterns I know. And you don't have to know every pattern to be a good trader. All you need is one, guys. Just one pattern. And you just refine that sucker. Because all you need is to be able to anticipate that one asset that you just can make your bread and butter off of. But with that said, it's always good to be diversified from an overall portfolio stand. But guys, I digress. It could either go one of two ways, and I know you guys don't like hearing that, but that's the truth. If it goes down, look to possibly reload at this golden pocket and prepare for a shoot up for 60% and beyond, because RSR has a lot of room to grow, isn't on many exchanges. If it doesn't, well, sayonara, sucker, and I'm not adding any more to my position because I already got a bag. That's why it's important to invest on the bottom so you don't feel left out when it goes to the top. But most importantly, guys, I'm DubDigital. Crypto news, macro trends. Talk to you later. Peace.